Hey everyone, it's Michelle. So if you look around behind me right now, it's starting to look a little different. No more curtains in the dining room, losing some pictures off the wall, because guess what? It's official. We're moving. I just got back from putting a deposit on an apartment back down in York, Pennsylvania. So effective February 8th, we will pick up the keys and we will start moving. So good and bad to this. The number one negative is we're currently living in, I think, 1,700 and some square feet here of living space. Our apartment is going to be 974 square feet. So can you say minimalism? I'm going to have to part with some stuff because I refuse to pay to store it. Our whole focus right now is in, we're done making the man rich and other people rich. It's time to start lining our pockets. So totally rebelling against the large living space, the car payments, and all the extras that are not necessary to be able to enjoy life. And I'm going to embrace being able to live simple and put money in our pockets instead. So, bottom line numbers of what we're looking at here. We live in Harrisburg. We moved up here for my job. I was 4.5 miles away from where I work. I'm no longer employed. My husband still works in York. He's driving 31 miles each way. Where we are moving to, he will be 3.5 miles from work. So just in fuel for work, he will save about $100 per month there. That doesn't include all the number of times where we'll drive from Harrisburg to York to see our family, see our friends, and because our whole lives were always in York. We really don't have a life up here in Harrisburg. We never really met anybody. Our whole background and history is in York. So just him going to work will save us $100 a month, let alone the other fuel costs of running to York for extracurricular stuff. Turnpike fees will save us about $50 a month because he has to run the turnpike twice a day to get to work. He won't have to do that anymore. So $100 in fuel savings, $50 in turnpike savings. One of the things that I have agreed to give up when I decided to quit working was getting my nails done. So no more manicures and pedicures for me. So I was upset about this at first because I always loved having beautiful nails. And I have some really ugly feet, like hammer toes like you would not believe. So anything to make my feet look better was always like anything. I would spend anything. So I would get my nails done, hands and feet, every 3 weeks. So depending on if it was once a month or twice a month, depending on when my 3 weeks fell, that was a minimum of $60. So $60 or $120 a month I was spending to get my nails done. So I've given that up. And like I said, I was upset at first, but I've adjusted. I'm actually looking forward to letting my nails heal because I know that getting the gel tips put on, my ear hurts. Getting the gel tips put on is hard on your nails, and my nails now are, they do need to heal. They're very ridgy and thin, and until all that grows out where the tips were, I know my nails are going to look pretty bad, but I'm not working outside the home with the public anymore, which is one of the main reasons I always got my nails done to begin with, because I worked with the public. They saw my hands. I would point to stuff on the computer screen. They were always seeing my fingers. I don't have to worry about that anymore. It's just me and the dog, if you can see him lying there, because he usually makes an appearance in every video. Oh, there he is, moving around. So just me and him. He doesn't care if I have nice nails. So right there is a savings of anywhere from $60 to $120 a month with nails, let alone gas money for me to go to work every day since I'm not going to work anymore. Again, however, with only working 4.5 miles from where we live here, I didn't spend a lot on gas anyway, and all my shopping was pretty close. The rent is $505 cheaper per month compared to what we're spending now. So unfortunately, I do have an overlap in the month of February, as I will be paying 2 places rent almost a full month. I'll be paying a full month here in February and 3 out of the 4 weeks in York. So it's going to suck. It is what it is. I didn't want to try to move all in the same weekend. Again, this is Pennsylvania. it can snow anytime. My luck, I would wait and go for that last weekend to save some money, and we would get a snowstorm or a blizzard, and I would be able to move. And again, we're not talking moving a mile or two away. We're talking moving 30 miles away. So this will give us, I pick up my keys Monday the 8th, so that'll give me that week to go in, make sure everything is cleaned and disinfected and sanitized and all that kind of stuff, because you know how it is when you go anywhere where someone else has lived, it's like, ugh, little, yeah, you understand. So then by that weekend, 12th, 13th, 14th, Mike and I can start to do the moving. We'll probably rent a truck 2 different weekends. We'll probably rent a truck one weekend to do all of our furniture and stuff like that, and then we'll probably rent a truck a second weekend to move everything down in that basement garage area, because he just has so much stuff down there. If I could get him to part with some of that stuff down there, well, we could probably move to an even smaller place. Now again, our apartment that we're moving to is 974 square feet. The garage is 914 square feet. So he is getting one heck of a huge garage. So I don't have to worry about any of his stuff being in the living spot, in the living area of the house. I will also overtake some of his garage space for storage, because I am going to lose some storage. I'm losing some closet space. I'm losing a half bath, which a half bath is no big deal. It's not like I store anything in there. I am losing some kitchen counter space as well, and I'm losing a pantry. So some of my larger cookware pieces that I don't use on a daily basis are probably going to have to go on some shelves in the garage. So he's going to have to give me some space here, which he's fine with. Just the money that we're saving just on those couple things, it's going to be so worth it, not just giving it away to someone else. I am truly on a mission here to severely cut back on day-to-day expenses. It just, the older I get, the more I realize that this is bullshit. I'm sorry for the bad language, but it's bullshit to pay for stuff that you don't need. And the more stuff you own, the more it costs you per square foot to own those things. Now, again, I'm all for being comfortable. You don't want to live in a box, a shoebox, but dang, 2 people with no kids at home and a tiny, well, fat tiny dog, we don't need close to 2,000 square feet. We just don't need it. Our kids live 1,000 miles away. I'm not having big old family dinners and inviting everybody home. I'm happy. I feel like a burden has been lifted. Now, again, the next couple weeks are going to be a whirlwind with, like, even the utility companies are totally separate, so it's not like I can just change addresses and still keep the same electric and the same gas and everything else. It's 2 different counties. Everything's different. So now it comes the hassle of canceling utilities, ordering new utilities, of course, all the packing that needs to be done. And I just dropped my first box off at Salvation Army today. I got rid of a stack of clothes, probably like that. I figured, you know what, I'm going through my closet. If I'm not in love with it and it doesn't look great on me, I'm not keeping it. So, gone, new stack of clothes. And I was collecting hurricane glasses from all the Hard Rock cafes that I'd ever visited. And I had all of them except for the Hard Rock Cafe in Beverly Hills that I had been at. That was my very first Hard Rock Cafe, and I never bought a glass, and I started buying the hurricane glasses after that. So again, I was missing one, and I had been collecting all these other ones, and I had them all like lined up across my kitchen cabinets, and I thought, one of my goals is to not eat out as much. I'm not going to make it a habit of going to every Hard Rock Cafe in the world to make this massive collection. When you collect stuff, you have to store it. It collects dust, and again, with storing them in the kitchen, then you get that sticky film on them and stuff from cooking in there. Party with them. Time to go. So as I'm packing, I'll probably see how much more I can let go of. So again, I'm excited, and I'm glad that I have some people that are interested in going along on this adventure with me, because I'll admit, friends and family aren't totally on board with this. They still think what we're doing is weird. Why would you give up home ownership? Why are you getting rid of all your stuff? Why are you going to an apartment when you could own a home and have privacy? They're just not following me. So I'm kind of glad that I have my little YouTube community, although it's small right now. I'm hoping it gets bigger. I'm glad I have a little community to maybe give me some support, because I know right now I really could use it, because I'm not getting a lot of support from friends and family. And it's not that I just don't want to say I don't care, but it doesn't matter. My husband and I know what we want for ourselves, and that's kind of all that matters. So again, thanks for listening to me, and I'll catch up with you in future videos, and we'll start packing and getting rid of stuff. So, yay! Okay, bye!